code, and I'll explain after completing this. New Java class. So WebdriverUtilities. That's it. Simple create a class and copy paste the entire code. Okay. So these are all we are going to discuss. So few things here. Flash. Okay, that will be resolved once you create other classes. So the next one is I'm going to create a JavaScript utils. Let's create a JavaScript utils. Copy this. Just copy raw file and JavaScript utils. Just go here, right click. So JavaScript utils ready. Here we don't have any import issues, and same way create Excel utils. So basically Excel reading. So how you can read the data from Excel sheet. So this class will take care of that. So copy and paste that. Okay. So even I think WebdriverUtilities still there are issues. I want to go here. What is that issue? Okay, time utils. I'll go to create a time utils also. So it will be resolved all those issues. So last one, time utils. So utilities are reusable functions. So those classes have reusable functions. That's why I was telling functions creation and using them, you should be very, very clear on that. See, everything is a function. Everything is a function. So that function creation, declaring the variables. So all we should be very, very, see, these errors are all solved now. No more errors in this, right? All errors are gone. So time utils also ready. JavaScript utils is ready. I'll just right click, save all, to the save all. So no more errors here. So if anything that is not saved properly, other than that, we don't have any issues here. Yeah, cleared. Everything is clear. Okay. I'll explain again, once again, all the Selenium methods are included here. all Selenium methods once again. So we are using everything again as Selenium methods. So we'll see them, how to reuse all these methods in our pages classes. I'll explain that. Okay. So utilities are done and factory is done, resources are done. Now even constants, yeah, I will add constants, keep on, incremental. I will add constants folder inside. There are so many constants we are going to declare here. Those constants one by one you need to add. So another thing is reports folder also you can add. So reports folder you can add. Where is that reports folder? The output folder you can create under this. I think now you don't need that. You don't need that. Leave it as it is. Now let's go and understand this WebDriver factory class. This is a very, very special class. All your browser initialization, application initialization available in this. Which browser you need to start, that configurations we are giving here only. Okay. See, let's see here. So WebDriver factory and private static final logger. So we added logger related dependencies, and from there these classes are coming. Log manager dot get logger WebDriver factory dot class dot get name. So that means so this class related loggers so reported under this WebDriver factory class. So resource bundle is by default it is available in the Java. So resource bundle basically you can use to access these resources. So all the resource files we created, right? Those resources you can access. So you want to highlight, you can highlight the element. So this already discussed in our right in our normal programs, how to highlight the element, how to write, how to type without using send keys. I have shown you already. So those, but just a single property here. Now I'm applying, let me explain one simple concept. Singleton design pattern. Okay. I hope we have in our blog singleton design pattern. Design patterns will be there. So Java has a lot of design patterns. See, it is everything is available under this left panel. So the first one is singleton design pattern. Okay, see, this is the one, singleton design pattern. So this is also an important interview question. What is singleton design pattern? So singleton design pattern is a creational design pattern that ensures a class has only one instance. What is meant by one instance?
Object.
Yeah. So only one object. It won't allow you to create a multiple objects. That's only one instance you can create for that class. So one instance and provides a global point of access to that instance. Please, this is the definition you have to tell. So what is that? A singleton design pattern is a creational design pattern that ensures a class has only one instance and provides a global point of access to that instance. So that is called singleton design pattern. So it is basically ensuring there is only one unique copy of object. So there is no more multiple objects you cannot create for that class. And you can access that object from anywhere in the entire project. That is the, so it saves a lot of space, right? A lot of memory it saves. If you keep on creating object, what will happen?
It will occupy the huge space.
So more space in the which memory?
Heap
Heap.
memory.
Heap
memory.
Yeah, exactly. Gayatri is given. Heap memory. Object will go to heap memory. So these all memory areas also very important. Please understand. Go and refer our videos. JVM architecture I explained, and these basics are not there. I think you are lagging something. So go and refer that. The memory areas, all 5 memory areas you should know. So which data will go to which memory is also very important. So that's the singleton design pattern means. See that? So singleton design pattern, and you are creating instance, and there is a constructor, one constructor. So you will create that constructor is going to be a private constructor. So what constructor you have to create? Private constructor. When you create a private constructor, what will happen? It will stop creating an object in another classes. It won't allow you to create object for that class. Only one instance you can create in the same class only. That is the private constructor purpose. So you will use private constructor, and that instance you can get with a get instance method. So the get instance returns the class type. The return type of this get instance is class type instance. Class type instance it will return, and this method is a public method. So public method you can access anywhere, right? So that's how it will be done. So let's see here. Let's take a simple real world example. The clipboard. Picture multiple applications process running on a computer. Each attempt to access the clipboard concurrently. If each application were to create its own version of the clipboard to manage copy and paste operations, it could lead to conflicting data, right? So see, this is the one. Clipboard class. So you have to declare private string value and see public void copy string value. This dot value equal to value. Public string paste. Return the value. Right. So this is the simple. But how to convert this into now you see you are creating multiple objects here. Right. So clipboard 1 dot copy, clipboard 2 dot copy, and clipboard dot paste, clipboard 2 dot paste. So you will get this one, but clearly this isn't ideal, right? So you're creating multiple objects here. So that's the problem here. So you can see here you're copying. Copy will be, it has to first this one, and again you're copying this one. But here, whatever the value you give, it will copy. But the problem is we are expecting only one value, and it is giving multiple values. So to avoid that problem, you're applying singleton design pattern, right? Singleton design pattern, we have to use it. See that how to implement this is create the instance for this clipboard. One variable, private variable you have to declare. That's what this one. Private, static. So clipboard. So the same, this variable data type is a class type. Whatever the class you are referring, the class type. And then create a private constructor to prevent instantiation from outside class. So you are preventing by creating a private constructor. The object is not allowed for this class outside the class. And then method to provide access to the singleton instances. Public method, public static. This method return type is same class type, right? And then if clipboard is null, clipboard equal to new clipboard. See, basically I'm creating object here, but one time only. And return this clipboard. See, that type you are getting, this method is returning this instance type. So you can use anywhere. So that is what it is going to happen. Okay. So see, now we are getting only one instance. So that is this singleton design pattern means. So the same thing I applied here in the, see, the class type, right? I want this WebDriver factory instance. So I have created, can you see this? Private, static, volatile, WebDriver factory instance. Now, so this thread local is another concept. So I'll explain this. Let's park this now. So come back to this, understand the singleton design pattern now. So I declared a variable, private variable of class type. Now I created a private constructor. See, this is the private constructor. Class name and constructor name is same. I just created a private constructor, that's it. I'm not putting anything inside that. Now, so there is a instance method, right? You should get, say this is the one. So public static WebDriver factory get instance. So string browser. So this browser you are going to give. So for this method, I need driver method. I need driver method will initialize your browser. So I need driver will initialize your browser. So this thread local, let me give you that before going to the I need driver class method. So I need driver is initializing your browser and with the settings. So what is thread local will do? So thread local is a class in Java, so which is basically going to give, when you are running a parallel execution, each instance local variable will be given to each thread. So there won't be a conflict at that time because of this thread local concept. So let me search for you. I'm not sure here I have included that, but let's go to Google. To understand all this, each and every point, what is meant by thread local. See, in Java Help Center you go. So thread local instances are typically private static fields in classes that wish to associate a state with a thread. So basically it will provide the local variable for each thread. So that local variable is accessible only for that thread, right? So that's why there won't be any conflict. So even this guy also will give, Beldung also will give properly. You can just refer that, if not Oracle. See, what is thread local? Understand all, they will ask these questions. What is singleton design pattern? What is thread local? Everything they will ask. Please listen carefully. So thread local construct allows us to store data that will be accessible only by a specific thread, only particular thread. That's what we created now, right? Thread local value, new thread local. That's what I did here also. You can see that. See, thread local, that type, the generic type is WebDriver instance type. So thread local driver equal to new thread local. right? Same here also they created. So here they have given integer, but I am giving a WebDriver reference. Let's say that we want to have an integer value that will be bundled with the specific thread. So I want a WebDriver instance. That's why I bundled with a WebDriver. So when we want to use this value from a thread, we only need to call a get or set method. So that's what we are going to use. Set method for setting the data, get method for getting that value. Simply put, we can imagine that thread local stores data inside of a map with the thread as the key. So as a result, when we call a get method on the thread local value, we'll get an integer value for the requesting thread. So now we will get here WebDriver instance you will get. So that's what TL driver. I'm using set method, set or get method, right? So set method, I'm setting the Chrome driver object with options so that Chrome driver will be set here. So you have to create a Chrome options object. Chrome options object. Then case Firefox. So Firefox options equal to new Firefox options. So I'm giving Firefox options dot set binary. Where is my Firefox is installed? That I'm giving this. Then so all the Firefox options. So you can set a Firefox options like this. So this is how to run in headless mode in Firefox browser. --- headless equal to new you have to set. Then same TL driver dot set. That's what the thread local means. For each thread, it will separate copy will be sent. So that when you're running a parallel executions, and that will get any conflict with the driver instance. That is the purpose of this thread local we are using. Then same Edge browser. So Edge options equal to new Edge options and Edge options dot add arguments. So in private, disable info bars, set accept insurance ads. So TL driver dot set new Edge driver Edge options, break it. So that's the Chrome, Firefox, Edge options. Default, throw new illegal argument exception, unsupported browser. So if these are all not there, maybe you are given a wrong browser. So, and then get driver dot manage method dot window method dot maximize I'm using. So that's maximizing the browser. But main this one, right? We need to understand this. So WebDriver factory singleton design pattern I'm implementing here. They will ask, did you implement the design patterns? You have to say yes. I have implemented singleton design pattern in our framework. So for my WebDriver factory class, we implemented singleton design pattern. So they will ask again immediate question, what is singleton design pattern? You must be able to answer that. Okay. So if instance is null, so that's the instance variable we declared here, right? Instance variable. If it is null now, initially it is null. So if you don't assign any value, that's a null. Is null, synchronized WebDriver factory class. Synchronize means in the sequence one after the other you send that instance. It is saying each thread you sent a one instance. That's the meaning of that. If instance is null, then instance equal to new WebDriver factory. I'm creating object for that. If TL driver dot get equal to null, instance dot init driver. So that init driver method I'm calling, passing the browser. So once instance is ready, then it will come here. Without instance, you cannot do that. So that's why first I'm creating instance. If that instance dot init driver. So this is a non-static method you can call init driver. I'm calling. So that's the how you can access return the instance. The instance is WebDriver factory instance you return. So this is the main method that will be crucial. See, I'm calling init driver method inside this. get instance. Automatically your browser will launch when you call this method. Wherever you are calling. In test space, I'm going to call this method. So first I have to launch my browser, right? Launch browser. So this is the static method. So this method is returning WebDriver factory instance. So that instance, so you will use there to call these methods and it will initialize your browser. So public static WebDriver get driver. So return tldriver.get. It returns the WebDriver instance by this method. So quit driver. If tldriver.get is not null, then quit it. And tldriver you remove it. So this is the all browser launching, browser quitting. This method is browser quitting purpose. All these are browser launching purpose. Okay. Then we have a read property value. So from the config.properties, you want to read the property values. So how do you know these properties? See, I want a headless value. How can you get this? I want incognito value. How can you get this? I want highlight value. How can you get this? I want application URL. How can you get this? I want username, password. How can you get this? So all this you can get it using this read property value method. So this read property value method will read the properties file data. So that's what I'm creating object for properties class. I have explained this in Java collections. So that I'm repeating again here. So file input stream fs equal to new file input stream. Why you will use file input stream?
For reading the data, read input data.
Yeah, good Gayatri. So file input stream is used to read the data from the files. So from properties file, I'm reading the properties file here with this class. That's what I have given. New file, the file path I'm giving. Where is that file? I'm specifying. Okay, go and read from this location. I'm reading that. Then load all the properties from this file. That's what FAS I'm passing. So all the properties from this file will be loaded. Then it is available for you. Return prop dot get property and whatever the key you give, so it will access. The key means all these are keys. These are keys. These are keys. These are keys. And right side one is the values. So those keys you can give and this method will fetch the value. So the next one is you can generate the random string. So random string utils dot random alphabetic and then so many alphabets you want. It will generate only alphabets, right? And 5 alphabets it will generate and return to you. Random number, so you can generate random numeric from this class. There is a static method but return type method. So random numeric method, so 10 numeric numbers it will generate and give it, store it to you and you return it. So even you don't need to write like this, directly you can put a return, right? Again storing this in the variable, then return that variable, you don't need to do that. Random alphanumeric, see, random alphabet, random numeric, both I am calling and I am appending them. So st plus @number. So maybe I can just kind of using for the random email. So generating random email with this. So get screenshot. So you can get the screenshot as we already know that. So timestamp, new simple timestamp, simple date format. You are giving a date format, year, month, date, hours, minutes, seconds. So that format you want, you are getting. So take screenshot of get driver and file source equal to take screenshot dot get screenshot as output type file. So you're getting a file type. Destination, where you want this. Constants dot user directory screenshot folder you have to create. So let's create this screenshot folder here under project. User directory below you should have that directory screenshots folder. So all your screenshots will go there, right? So logs and screenshots ready now. So then so basically what is the test case name? You are giving a test case name and then timestamp .png. So and copy file utils dot copy file. This file utils is available in Apache Commons IO dependency. See that? Apache Commons IO dependency. Then copy file, copy the source. This is the source and this is the destination. New file destination. So I'm asking to paste that in under this screenshot folder. So and return the destination. If you want, you can return the destination where it is pasted. Okay, so that's this WebDriver factory class. I'm using that in the test base class. Let's see that. So in the test base class, see how I'm calling. So a common setup, see I'm using testng annotations at the rate before class at the rate parameters. You can pass this browser from the testng suite file also. So I am putting optional Chrome browser, but string browser. See that how I am calling that instance. See that driver equal to, I declared here WebDriver driver equal to, so null here. So driver equal to WebDriver factory dot get instance of browser, because this is the parameter I'm passing to this get driver. So get driver is returning WebDriver instance, right? That's what you got it. Now you can use, so whatever the way you want, wait equal to new WebDriver wait driver duration dot op seconds constants dot explicit wait, and then read the property values application URL. So see, I'm just directly calling the method name, right? Driver dot get. So driver dot get, why I'm using driver dot get method, what it will do?
It opened the URL.
It will open this application URL. See, nowhere I'm using a URL here directly. I'm reading from this method will read my properties file app URL key. I'm giving a key for this method, and that method will fetch the app URL value and it will open. So that's this a common setup. Browser will launch, application will open. That's it. Simply every class before, first the before class will execute. Then we have a, so verify URLs, you know already, broken links if you want to find, you can use this. And I already explained that, I don't want to. Then at the rate after class. At the rate after class. So common tear down, common setup, common tear down. So if driver is not null, so WebDriver factory dot get instance of browser dot fit driver method I'm calling. See, this only one time we created object and reusing that get instance dot fit driver. So that's all. This how to launch the browser, how to open the application URL. So the factory concept is done. Factory concept is basically how to say test base and WebDriver factory. In the WebDriver factory, you have all the browsers, which browser you want to launch, so how to close that, and how to create a singleton design pattern concept we have seen there. And that I am consuming in my test base class. How to launch the browser, how to launch the application URL, and then how to quit that entire application after the class execution. This will go after your class execution. This will execute automatically. You don't need to repeat for every class this before class and after class. So previously we did like that, right? That you don't need to do. Only one class you are doing. That's it. See, a lot of reusability and one time effort, all this. and you will just extend this class to your test case classes automatically every time before your test case execution. First this before class block code will execute, then your test cases will execute, then after all the test cases automatically it will come to here and it will close the browser. This is the how this will execute. Even parallel execution, the thread local will take care of that. Each thread, one instance variable will be passed to that, so that there won't be any conflict. Same instance won't be shared by multiple. Each instance, it will be treated as a local variable, so that there won't be a conflict. It will work parallel execution perfectly. Okay. That's all about this factory package, and the next class I'll explain these utilities. Then we'll go for the pages and test cases. Perfect. Any questions?